The art of expressing yourself. So, a lot of people in life tend not to express themselves when it comes to their loved ones, their friends, their significant others, the internet. And I would say you should not seek from the internet for a lot of like validation in the world when it comes to putting out certain things. But I can say that expressing yourself is honestly one of the best things you can do in life. I saw a post recently, somebody posted and said, instead of them being depressed and not posting anything, their their way of coping is posting things. And I don't want to say I relate to that too much, but I can say most of the times whenever I'm in my head about something or I feel away about something, when I make certain type of videos, that is my way of relieving myself when it comes to trying to get out the headspace that I'm probably in. Expressing yourself is not a bad thing. It's really good because you don't want to always sit there with your bad thoughts and the thoughts that probably bring you down. You don't want that in your life. So it's good to express yourself. Now you can find many ways to express yourself, which can be talking to others, enjoying your hobbies, finding something that makes you happy, expressing yourself in so many ways, or just I call it a happy place. Some place where where you feel safe. Also, I would also say if you believe in God, pray about it too. Still find your ways to be happy, but also pray about certain things. Pray for that way where you don't always feel like you don't have nobody to talk to. Because even when you don't feel like you have anybody humanly, you always have God to go to. There's this guy on TikTok named Joe. I forgot. I think it's like Joe something. He's big on TikTok. And he made a video and he said that you should express yourself. He said he would rather have his friend cry on his shoulder than be at his friend's funeral. And a lot of people that hold in emotions, they feel like it's the end for them, and it's not. You have to find ways to express yourself. I promise there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself. If somebody says you're weak, or, well, I'm trying to think of bad things people would say, like you're doing too much, you're weak, you're sensitive, you're seeking attention, there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself. I promise there's not. And if there's somebody that has a problem with you expressing yourself, there's not for you. And especially if that's your friend. If your friend can sit down and not listen to you when you're trying to tell them that something's wrong or you're trying to express a certain feeling to them, they're not your friend. If they cannot sit down and listen to you, they're not your friend. Expressing yourself is an art in my eyes. I know that I made videos of the art of this, but expressing yourself is an art. Outside of even if it's bad or sad, you can find ways to express yourself in many ways. And I want to make a video about hobbies because I feel like hobbies really define you. And hobbies, I feel like, are a great way to express yourself. Sit down. Write down some notes, journal. I haven't been journaling like I should, but journaling has helped out a lot whenever I am in my head about things. Sometimes that's how I get video ideas, when I journal. If I'm feeling some way, I'll sit down and I'll journal. Because journaling, you sit down in that moment, you write it out. So if you need to go back to that, so let's say I was feeling overwhelmed today, and I journaled it down. In a week or two, when I'm going through my journal or being overwhelmed again, I can look back and be like, oh, okay, I was here once a point and now I'm here. And I'm not going to say that sometimes the feeling's not going to go away, but you can find ways to get out of that. You can look back on like, man, I was overwhelmed this time. Like, this was nothing compared to what I was at. Nothing compared to where I am now. So find ways to express yourself. Have people in your circle that you can express yourself to, because I feel like you have a solid foundation where you can express yourself. That is very lovely, and it's a blessing. Honestly, it really is. It is a blessing to have people in your corner you can talk to when things are not feeling good in life. Because I promise, when you build all that up, it doesn't help you at all. It literally will feel like there's nothing else to do, nothing else to fight for, nothing else that you can seek for, you know? Because when you hold all that in, all you're doing is digging your own grave. So, like I keep saying, find people, find ways that will make you happy, find ways to express yourself, even if it's something small. But honestly, too, I feel like a lot of people bash when you upload online about how you feel, but you'll be surprised the people you meet, the people that have stories you can relate to, people that have been through stuff that can give you a key to, like, hey, I've been through this, I don't want you to go through the same thing, so try this or try that. And I hate when people on the internet be like, oh, there's just some things you don't upload. Don't get me wrong, there's some things you just don't put on the internet, but sometimes it's okay for people to post on the internet. You never know that person that may like or comment your video or send you a message and change their lives or your life. You never know, because I hate when people look down upon expressing yourself. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It is a good thing for people to express themselves. That means you're in tune with your emotions. You know how to, you're mature enough to express yourself. And I feel like a lot of people that don't know how to express themselves are not the best people. And I'm not just going to say they're just the biggest problem in the world, but I don't like being around people that don't know how to express themselves, because they give off a certain energy that doesn't feel right, or that something isn't right. Some people that don't know how to express themselves hold stuff in, or they retaliate in certain ways, and it's like, man, calm down there, buddy. I'm just like, because I hate when people go through certain things and they blame others, or they let their bad things dictate how they treat people, how they go about their day. And it's like, man, you just have somebody to talk to. I ain't gonna lie, never had a therapist, but therapy is something too. I'm not sure how expensive therapy is, but if it's expensive, I feel like if you try to seek and find people, you will find your people, because God places people in your life for a reason. Now, it may not be the best timing, but He places people in our lives for a reason. And it's like, you have to seek that, pray about it, seek that. But I'm telling you, there's somebody out there with a story that's less or greater than yours, and either you can help them or they can help you. You'll be surprised when you go through things and you feel like you're at rock bottom. Your rock bottom could be the start of somebody else's climb to the top. And then boom, you see them doing good. That could be your start to the climb to the top. You never know. So express yourself. Find those ways again. But with what Joe said, that's deep. Like, I would rather my closest friends, my friends' family, cry on my shoulder, grieve, than see them in a casket or going to their funeral, because mental health is very important. And seeing somebody that gives up because they feel like they have nobody sucks. Because if there's one thing with me, I am here to listen. I'm always open ears to listen to somebody, because not everybody feels welcomed or comfortable to express. And that's another thing. I feel like some people want to express themselves, but they don't have that circle or that comfort or those people they can do that with. So I try my best whenever I meet people or my friends, family, or even when I share, I want to show that I am able to sit down and have these conversations. Like, Most of these videos that I make, I used to be scared to make these because I would think people would judge me. It was doing too much, like it seemed weak, but it's not. Your story can change people's lives, even if that's one person. That's important. God, Jesus himself, God would rather save that one sheep than the 99 that he already has, because you never know, and you always want to save somebody. That's what love is about. That's what Jesus's love and God's love is about, is saving and showing his grace and mercy towards us. So express yourself. Seek, believe, find happiness, and don't be afraid of other people's opinions or feeling like nobody relates to you. I promise you never know. There are stories that I still don't know to this day. They're probably crazy, but somebody's been through it. Or there's something I've been through and people been through it, good, like not good or bad. Well, good and bad, but greater or less than. But you never know. So if there's one message I can say, express yourself. There was I saw a post before I wrapped this up. There was a post I saw, and it was, imagine seeking validation from a world that crucified a perfect man. No matter what you go through in life, if you feel like you're the best person ever, somebody's going to find a way, find a problem with what you do. If that's expressing yourself, if that's giving back, somebody's going to find a way. If you want to express yourself, whether that's in person, online, family or friends, do that. But remember, everybody doesn't need to know your story, and some people don't need to know your problems, because some people are not in the right space to listen to you or get that advice or give you advice. But I'm going to wrap it up here. This was on my mind, and I want to talk about it a little bit more in detail, but I was thinking about this and I wanted to talk about it. So yeah, here we are. Other than that, like I always tell y'all, peace, love, positivity, all 2026, and I will see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.